You probably know what a tile is, a Bluetooth tracker to find your things. But what held me, and probably also a lot of other people, back from buying one is the price and that you can't replace the battery, which means that you have to replace the whole thing when it dies. MYNT reached out to me and said that they have a solution for these shortcomings. Let's see. Hey, I'm Brian and this is the MYNT Bluetooth tracker. The packaging is pretty nice and well designed for such an inexpensive and small product. You can pick up a MYNT starting at $9.99. Inside you only find some documentation and the MYNT itself with its battery already installed. That's the main advantage of it compared to the tile. You can just take the back cover off toollessly and replace the battery should it ever be empty. It uses a standard watch battery that you can buy everywhere for next to nothing. They claim it lasts for up to a year on these. I really can't say anything to that because I just can't wait a year. Except that I had it on my keychain for a few days and it still says 100%. The replaceable battery also came in handy when it comes to setup, which was only theoretically quick and easy. You basically download the app, set up an account, enable Bluetooth, and then it should find the tracker after you pressed its button, which is the MYNT logo on the front. Should. In reality, I had to swap the battery in and out multiple times and press the button again and again until the app found it. Took probably around 10 minutes. It's worth noting that you can't just pair this thing in the Bluetooth settings of your device. It will show up, but not connect that way. But once it's connected, you can assign the item it's attached to and even add a picture. The MYNT is about as big as a key and has this rounded rectangle shape. Except for the button with the logo I mentioned before, the only thing that's going on here is a hole to attach it to a keychain. It's also technically slim enough to fit in a wallet, unless you have a wallet like mine that only fits cards. The ES is available in black or white, and I noticed that my white one easily picked up dust and dirt. It's also easy to wipe off with a wet towel, but just know that it probably won't look pristine while you carry it around with you. The app lists all the things that you have a tracker attached to. You can click on them, see the battery life of the tracker and how far away they are. When you click the ring button, the MYNT plays a melody so you can locate it. In reverse, you can also long press the button on the tracker to make your phone ring if you happen to misplace that. This way both are basically connected, and if you have one, you can find the other. If they are in Bluetooth range, which is anything up to 20 meters in plain sight. But what happens if you leave something behind and it gets out of range? You can set up an alarm to sound when you leave your keys or wallet behind. So if you leave the house without something, your phone will tell you. Pretty handy if you're forgetful. If you don't want that, however, the app uses the GPS of your phone to show you where the tracker was last in range. We all know it. We notice we lost something an hour after we did, but we can't think of where we last had it. This will solve that for you. If you left your wallet on the table at the restaurant, you can see that on the map. Where this will only help you somewhat, however, is when tracking things like luggage or with plain theft, because it only shows you where you last had the item or where it was stolen. But if it moves from there, the app can't tell, because there's no GPS in the ES itself. Tiles don't have that either, by the way. There is, however, the option for someone to find your things. If a person that also has the MYNT app comes in range of your tracker, it will send that location to your phone, without that other person knowing it's near them, of course. So technically you have a crowd of people that help you get your stuff back. But the problem is that I would imagine that just not a lot of others have this app. Tile does this too, and there it's a little better, but still very limited. It's not something that's MYNT's fault, it's just what happens when you don't have mainstream adoption. What I find interesting in this regard, however, is that they apparently have a GPS version coming soon. It will of course be bigger and probably have worse battery life, but I think that it will be a good fit for a backpack or luggage, so you always know where that is. So is all of what I just said worth a recommendation? Well, if you wanted a Bluetooth tracker anyway, or you're just a person that misplaces things a lot, then sure. This will give you peace of mind and probably also save you a lot of time. And it's a good alternative to the tile because it's a lot cheaper, especially in the long run, and probably also better for the environment because reuse is always better than replace. You just have to know the inherent limitations of the category because it doesn't have GPS. But I'm still going to keep this on my keychain. Thanks to MYNT for giving me their tracker for review, and thank you for watching. You know which buttons to press, and don't forget to press that follow button on Twitter. I'm Brian, and I'll see you in the next one.